Okay, so this particular tweet featured white woman vocalists, okay? Now, if y'all have listened to our White Singer Black Voices episode from a couple years ago, that one featured music journalist and author Garrett Kennedy, then you know that I love some flat-footed singing, okay? All right, I love when they can just stand there. I don't need the background singers or the nice lights. Just stand there and sing. And not everybody can do that, okay? I'm just saying. Now, most often, the culprits of the flat-footed singing, they look like you and I, Jarrett. They got some melanin all up and through the mix. And every now and again...
Light-skinned and well-freckled? I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you read.
Every now and again, though, right, a Kelly or a JoJo or a Celine or a Yaba makes her way into the pantheon of folks who we're willing to trade for in the ongoing race war, right? And so I thought it would be fun in the spirit of this tweet to rank our top 5 singing ass white women's, okay?
Okay, first of all, we would trade them in the race draft, not in the race war.
Well, sometimes you gotta make, in progress decisions, okay?
Come on, game time decisions on the front lines, like you over here. Sing. What's happening?
Okay, Jarrett, rank who are your top 5 singing white women.
White women. So first of all, I'd forgotten that we did the White Singer Black Voices episode with Garrick. It's a really good conversation. Mm-hmm. Garrick is one of those people who always has a perspective often has a perspective I'm not like expecting or I don't see coming.
So smart.
Really, really smart. At the Oscar watch party that I was at with him, he had some things that came up and I was like, whoa, so go check out that episode, first things first. I would say I would only put one as number 1 in my rankings, and everyone else is kind of just in the top 5 and moving around.
Okay.
I think Celine Dion is number 1 always.
Celine Dion.
And my white woman singers, like, Celine Dion has been the most consistent. That voice is so powerful. What's interesting to me about Celine Dion is I don't even always love all the songs. But like, I just want to hear her holla. Like, I just want to hear her sing them. And like, Celine Dion became a thing for me when I was working on a cruise ship, out in the ocean. And this was like 2010-ish. And so internet was not what it is now. It was very LimeWire, Napster, download the things that you can get.
Period. Bear share.
And we were like trading things on ship. Like, oh, I've got this video. I've got this movie. I've got this thing.
Not y'all trading Pokemon cards like they Pokemon cards.
Or thumb drives, right? Like it was very much that. And my friend gave me Celine Through the Eyes of the World, Celine's world tour documentary. And I watched it and I was like, holy shit. Celine Dion is otherworldly. It's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen, hands down and period. So Celine Dion is number 1. My follow-ups here, I feel like we can't ignore the original white woman of color, JoJo. I think JoJo just has one of the most extraordinary stories that we've seen over the years. JoJo is just like amazing. And like, I think she's engaged or married now. And I was like, of course she's with the black man. We all saw that coming. Kelly Clarkson, who has been a long time standby, like, or not standby, but like, insert word here. Kelly Clarkson, I don't know, girl. It's early in the morning. But like Kelly Clarkson, those songs are always hitting. Especially like those early songs, but like year after year, She would give us another album and another album and another album and another album.
She's got another one coming out.
Listen.
Like new music coming out.
And it's probably going to be great. And she's been having such a moment over the years. The last person I want to make sure to note here is Tori Kelly. I want to be clear, I'm giving you 4, not 5. But like, Tori Kelly is an actual white woman of color. Not.
You need to explain that, friend.
I do. So we call JoJo a white woman of color because she feels very black around the edges, right?
Just a little bit. Just a little crust. Just a little crust.
Listen, I heard Iyanla reference herself as being a little hoish around the edges back in her old days. And I was like, around the edges? What does that mean?
Listen, just a dusting.
Right,
okay?
exactly.
Just a dusting.
A little sprinkle, on the edges. JoJo gives us blackness around the edges, where Tori Kelly actually gives us a little bit of blackness in the DNA. From what I understand, her dad is Cuban, and you Googled it yesterday. She has a little
Jamaican.
bit of yes. So she's got some black
Jamaican,
in there.
Puerto Rican, and Irish, I believe, is her ethnic makeup.
Well, Tori Kelly she presents as a white woman, but those curls do tell you like, oh, there's something else happening here. And so Tori Kelly, though, that voice, my favorite Tori Kelly performance is her on The View. These are the Raven Simone years, if you remember. Raven Simone. Raven Simone, excuse me. And Rosie Perez on The View, if you remember the 8 minutes that she was on that show. Tori Kelly comes onto the show and she sings, I think it's called Could Have Been Us. And she sings that
Could
thing.
Have Been Us.
Right. Anyway, okay. She sings that, and like, mind you, the single version, I don't get into. It's too upbeat and poppy and all that shit. On the View version, I'm going to give them the link so that we can include it in our notes here. It's an acoustic version with somebody hitting that guitar.
That guitar.
There's a black man in the front row who she hits this note and he's like, hallelujah! Like he's in it. So those are my white women that I would give the microphone to any day of the week at the Oprah brunch on Sunday morning and be like, go ahead on and let them use you. What you got?
That is actually a perfect setting, right? To think of all of the women who I'm going to mention. We are at Oprah, at the Legends Ball.
I'm nervous.
Okay. And we are letting a handful of white women onto the singing program. I'm gonna go from bottom to top.
Decidedly not Maria Shriver. So like anybody that knows, but go ahead on.
That's a deep cut, and I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm gonna start from 5 and work my way up.
Okay.
Now I know that this woman in particular, a lot of people, you either like her or you don't. Because she be doing a lot of acrobatic stuff, and I happen to like her, and that's Jessie J. Okay? You either like her or you don't. That's what it comes down to. But, I'm not arguing with you, okay? Number 4.
I love the idea that somebody's going to argue because they will, but I'm not doing it.
Listen, cut it out. I'm not doing it. Number 4, Yebba. Okay? Yebba been through some things, okay?
Baby.
Okay? Yebba been through some things. Y'all need to check it out.
She got oil.
Okay? She got the oil. Okay? She know the Lord for herself. Okay? For herself. All right. Yes. Number 3. Now, number 3 is a tie for me. Okay, with, JoJo, as you have already mentioned in detail, because she deserves. But also, you said that JoJo was the original white woman of color, and I would like to submit that the actual original white woman of color, not actually original, because my number 1, comes deep.
Yeah.
But another white woman of color, at a point in her career at least, Pank.
I'm sorry?
Pank.
I'm sorry?
Pank. Cut it out. I think Pink. Are you kidding me?
No, I know. Pink is phenomenal. Like phenomenal. Okay. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Because I will sit here and say her name 15 times over until you get it through your head. All right.
Well, you were saying it with the Y, and I was listening for the exclamation point. So there's that. That's it.
You're wild. Okay, number 2, you've already mentioned her, and that is Kelly LaVon Clarkson. I put LaVon because she.
Okay.
Come on now, y'all been seeing these like covers that she's been doing on her talk show of like R&B songs. Come on now, Kelly LaVon Clarkson is what I call her.
LaVon. I'm not doing this with you.
And number 1, anybody who knows me knows that my number 1 saying white woman, flashback, who's that? Dance to the latest. That's Tina Marie, baby.
Girl, fuck them lyrics. Fuck them lyrics. You don't know them.
It's not. You don't have to know the words. It's about the vibe. It's about the embodiment. Okay. Shout out to Tina Marie. Okay, Tina Marie. Listen. Come on. Y'all better stop playing with me. Okay, that's my list. I know we gotta go.
I love that you didn't even like try to get them lyrics right. It was like, you
Listen,
know.
the horns, Jarrett.
Oh.
Okay, come on.
6,000%. Like, you give me horns in a song, and I'm already gonna give you 30 seconds to fuck with me. Okay? Like, I'm gonna give you the first 30. Because I love me some horns in a song. I do want to point out that Pink would technically come before JoJo in time, because I Googled this. Can't Take Me Home was 1999. And I think JoJo's introduction was her cover of Weak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would that be right?
Sure.
So, and that was 2004. So shout out to her.
And then, shout out to Tina Marie, because period.
The actual original white woman?
I better say, she was back there. I'm sure there's some white woman, back in the day who, we don't know, who was headlining alongside, Mama Thornton and them.
Okay. You know what? Something about back there, just
just a.
Let's go to break. Let's go. We gonna take a quick break.